Perek Mem Hey Pasuk Chav Beis. Yosef gives 5 new suits to Binyamin. Everybody else, he gives only 1. And he also gives him some cash. How much? 300. Shloshmos kesef. Where'd you get that from? Why are you giving Binyamin 300 and why Dafka Binyamin and no one else? The Ostov Rebbe, the sweetest thing for Shabbos. Gewaldik. When the Pasuk says Reuven came back to the pit, Perek Lametes, Pasuk Chavtes, Rashi says, what do you mean he came back? Rashi says, the day that they sold him, he wasn't there. Where was he? Serving his father. That means every single day somebody else, they took turns, they had shifts. Today you taking care of daddy, tomorrow you're carrying. 12 tribes, everyone has to take care of daddy. Everybody has to be there to serve him. How many days a year? How many days in a year? Yeah, but on Shabbos and Yom Tov, you don't have to help daddy. Everybody's there. You have to take care of him on weekdays, but everybody is out of the house. So you have to take 300 days, and that's also a number that represents how many days you put on tefillin, because you don't put on tefillin Shabbos and Yom Tov. So you have 300 days divided by 12 tribes. How many days does each tribe get to take care of daddy? 300 divided by 12? 25 days per kid. Gevaldik. Yosef wasn't around for 22 years. He didn't serve his father. So how many days does he owe the system? He owes all the fathers, all the brothers. 22 years times 25 days a year that I'm supposed to serve my father. 22 times 25? 550. Wait a second. It's like hiring workers. If you're supposed to show up at the job and you're not, somebody else comes instead of you, you have to pay them. So he has to pay. But wait a second. I don't have to pay the brothers that sold me. So out of the 11 brothers, 10 I don't have to pay. If there's 550 days that he owes the system, and every brother out of the 11 has to take his place, so how many days per brother? 550 divided by 11? 50. 50 times 11, right? 550. So every brother I have to pay 50 days. I'm not going to pay 10 brothers that sold me because they caused it to themselves to start working extra. If I need to pay someone, it's only Binyamin. He wasn't involved in the sale. So how many days do I have to give him? I have to compensate for 50 days that he worked extra throughout those 22 years. Correct? Gevaldik. The halacha is, if you make an agreement with your worker, how much you're going to pay him per day, so you have to pay according to the agreement. Pashut. But what if you didn't? You hired a person for the job, and you didn't make up ahead of time, how much is your wage? What do? You pay him a dinar kesef. Dinar is a 6 mea kesef. 6 maos. In other words, 6 coins of silver. Oh, if I have to pay 6 coins silver per day, 6 times 50 days that I owe Binyamin, 6 times 50 is 300, and therefore he gave him 300 silver. You need dessert? Gemaldik. Ostov Rebbe. Or comes the Chizkuni, and many after the Chizkuni say the same thing without seeing the Chizkuni because they thought about it on their own. We said Binyamin was not a part of the sale. The other brothers that did sell him, we have to penalize them. There's a Gemara in Gittin Mem Daled Amud Aleph. If somebody sells a person to be a slave by a goy, you have to penalize him. How much do you penalize him? 10 times the amount of his worth, the worth of the Eved. How much is an Eved worth? A pasuk in Parshas Mishpatim. Kesef, shloishim shkalim, yitin la'adoinav. Shloishim shkalim, they saw the worth of the value of the Eved. Times 10 is 300, so I have to penalize all the brothers 300 each. Binyamin didn't sell me. So I really wanted to give them 300. I'm not. They have to be penalized, as if Beis Din comes and takes the 300 out of each one of them. But not Binyamin. Binyamin was part of the sale, so he can get 300 kesef, and that's why Yosef gives Dafka Binyamin, only Binyamin, and he doesn't give the other brothers. He also gives them, though, 5 new suits. Why 5 suits? Says the Chizkuni. 1, for the fact that Binyamin had to tear his suit, as the pasuk says, that when they found the goblet in the sack of Binyamin, they all tore their clothes. I caused you to tear your suit. Here's one. The second one, because you're my brother from the same mother. The third one, because I accused you of being a ganav. What busha, what embarrassment. You know what, here, take another suit for that. And another 2, we already have 3, another 2, because as a ganav you have to pay kefil. So because as if I cause you to be obligated to pay kefil, here's another kefil, 2 suits, lemaise, all 5 suits together. The Chizkuni and the Panach Raza. The Panach Raza is one of the Baalei HaTosfos. So it's a Rishonim. So they ask, lemaise, why did he give them suits? Why not a new car? Maybe a laptop? Why suit? Are they missing clothes? Did they come with ripped clothes? Oh, look, you guys you look terrible. Why don't you get a new suit? Why did they dafka give them suits? And the Chizkuni and the Panach Raza explain, because he caused them to tear their shirts. When they heard, oh, the Gaviyah, the goblet is in, Binyamin Sag, it's terrible. Mimele, I cause you to tear your shirt, I'm going to give you a new shirt instead. That's why the pasuk says, Chalifos. In Hebrew today, Khalifa is a suit, but that's not what it means. Chalifos, it's from language of Khalife. Switcheroo. I caused you to tear your shirt, here's another shirt instead. Give out.